Why is there a 0 in this number? You might be able to read it, but can you explain what it's doing there? I've been a teacher for over 10 years, and I was always told that 0 means nothing. So what's it doing in the middle of a number? Here's the thing. If you can't explain this properly, you're going to have a hard time with adding questions, subtracting questions, timesing questions, dividing questions, fractions, pretty much everything in maths. Last year, I had a student in my class. He was 8 years old, and he was pretty clever, but this question stumped him. But in just 5 minutes, I taught him my secret method that made him so good at maths, everyone called him a human calculator. And that is the exact method I'm going to be showing you today. So, enough talk. I'm Ross. This is Teacher's Perspective. Let's get into it. A quick pause whilst I show you this. This is the official Teacher's Perspective task sheet that I'm going to be using for this lesson. Look at it. Amazing, isn't it? You can click the link in the description down below and get this for free. Ask mum and dad to print it for you and you're ready to go. If you can't get it printed, no problem. It also works on an iPad so you can draw on it. But plain paper works just fine too. So with that, grab something to write with and something to write on and let's get started. The focus of today is place value. What does that mean? When we look at a number, we see that it's made up of different digits. Digits are just these: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Depending on where the digit sits in a number, its value can change. The digit 2 here is not the same as the digit 2 here. Here are some words you're going to need to know before we get into this. Number. This is a number. It's made up of digits. Digit. A digit is a symbol we use to show how much of something there is. Partition. You can see the word part in there. Partition just means to break something up into parts. Line up. This means making sure digits sit directly on top of each other in their columns, like this. Value. What something is worth. For example, a Ferrari has a higher value than a pen. Unless it's a really nice pen, I suppose. Right, over to the sheet. We're going to be doing partitioning first, which is this top line just here. In my lessons, we always use watch, copy, practice. So for this first one, just watch. Time to relax for you. Here, we can see the number 3,478. What we've done is partition this into what the different values are for each digit. The 3 is in the thousands column, so we've written 3,000. The 4 is in the hundreds column, so we've written 400. The 7 is in the tens column, so we've written 70. And the 8 is in the ones column, so if we have 8 ones, we have 8. 3,000, add 400, add 70, add 8 equals 3,478. Now it's time for copy. You're going to copy this exactly as I do. Exactly as I do. 5,286. The 5 is in the thousands column, so we write 5,000. If you're doing this on a plain piece of paper, you can copy it down just like this. The next digit is 2. What column is it in? It's in the hundreds column. If we have 2 hundreds, 100, 200, then we have 200. So we can write in here 200. Copy it with me. The next digit is 8. The 8 is in the tens column. So if we count in our tens 8 times, we're going to find out what number we need to put in the box. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Copy it exactly as I do. And then finally, we have 6 in the ones column. 6 ones is 6. We've done watch, we've done copy, now it's time for practice. This is your turn. Write the numbers that partition 6,743. You've got 15 seconds. And we're back. Check your answers now. You should have written 6,743. Give it a tick if you got it right. Next up, we're going to be identifying what the value is of a specific digit in a number. Let's get back to the worksheet. We're now on step number 2, which means we're back to watch. More time for you to relax, but make sure you're paying attention. Here, we can see that the digit 4 has been underlined, but underneath it says the 4 is not a 4, which is kind of confusing because I thought that 4 was worth 4. Before, it used to be worth 4, but now it's not worth 4 anymore. what's going on. As we continue to read, we can see that it's actually worth 400. But why is that? Well, here we have a ones column. Here we have a tens column. Here we have a hundreds column. And here we have a thousands column. The 4 is in the hundreds column. And if I count in my 100s 4 times, 100, 200, 300, 400, then I get 400. So depending on where the digit is in the number, the value of it will change. Let's take a look at another example where you are going to copy. Make sure you copy this exactly as I do. If you're working on a plain piece of paper, just copy down what you see on the page. 5,286. The 5 is in the thousands column. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. If we count in our thousands 5 times, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, we get 5,000. It has 3 zeros in it. So the 5 is worth 5,000. Give it a tick if you got it right, which hopefully you did because you should have just copied me. And now the moment you have been waiting for. The 0 in the middle of a number. What is it for? Why is it there? You're about to find out. Have a go at this one. Look at the number 4,702. What is the 0 worth? You've got 10 seconds. Off you go. Well, the digit 0 is actually in the tens column. Ones, tens. If we have 0 tens, how much do we have? Well, 0 groups of anything is 0. So the 0 is literally worth nothing. But we must put it into the number as a placeholder. If we were to remove that 0, we would have 472, which is 472. It's a completely different number. So the digit 0 acts as a placeholder. That way, we can make sure all the digits have the correct value. Give it a tick if you got it right. Now you're about to see why place value is so important in all the different methods we use in maths. For now, we're just using the example of adding. You'll see how we need to line up the digits in the correct columns. We're back to watch, which means more relaxing for you and more work for me. So, when we have a question like this, 4,623 plus 72, we have to make sure that all of our digits are lined up correctly. The digits in the ones column are lined up correctly. The digit in the tens column are lined up correctly. Hundreds and then the thousands. When we're doing an adding question, we always start at this side of the question. So we would do 3 add 2, which is 5. 2 add 7, which is 9. 6 add, well, there's nothing there. 6 add nothing is 6. And 4 add, well, there's nothing there. 4 add nothing is 4. So the answer is 4,695. Here's one for you to copy now, exactly as I do. We have the question 3,205 plus 140. 3,205 has already been written in, so now I need to put in 140. In the ones column on 140, I have a 0. So in the ones column of my question, I have to put a 0. In the tens column of 140, I have a 4. So I have to put in the tens column of my question a 4. In the hundreds column of my number, I have a 1. So in the hundreds column on my question, I have to put a... Hopefully you said 1. Now, interestingly enough, I don't have a thousands column in the number 140. So I don't need to put anything in here at all. I can just leave it blank. Now, just like before, we always have to start at this side. So 5 add 0 is 5. Remember, you should be copying this exactly as I'm doing. 0 add 4 is 4. 2 add 1 is 3. And 3 add, there's nothing there, so 3 add nothing is 3. My answer, 3,345. Well done if you got it right, which hopefully you did. It's now your time to practice everything that we've put together in this video in the final question. Get ready. If you have the worksheet, you can write directly onto here. If you're doing this on a piece of plain paper, it's fine. Just make sure you're lining up the digits correctly. Your question is 4,152 add 36. You've got 20 seconds. Off you go. And we're back. Let's see how you got on. Now, the first number, 4,152, I need to put on the top line just here. The 4 goes here, the 1 goes here, the 5 goes here, and the 2 goes here. Did you get that? And then 36. The 6 is in the 1s column, and the 3 is in the 10s column. As always, we need to start at this side when we're doing our adding. 2 add 6 is 8. 5 add 3 is 8. 1 add nothing is 1. 4 add nothing is 4. 4,188. Well done if you got it right. And that is it. Amazing, amazing work today. Here's what you can do next. Show this video to mum and dad so they can download my free guide on how you can learn the 15 skills that turn any child into a maths genius from home. Also, leave a comment down below and tell me one thing you've learned today and what you'd like to learn next time. And finally, make sure you like and subscribe so that you can watch the next lesson when it comes out. That way, you'll learn more maths than your teacher is able to teach you. And eventually, you'll be so good at maths that you can take their job. And with that, I'm Ross, this has been Teacher's Perspective, and I'll see you next time.